Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Open Grid League featuring Golisopod again and running Golisopod with the Registeel and Swampert. Here we decided to switch out and we get counter swapped into a Hitmontop, which obviously isn't a great situation for us, but we are going to be able to throw this Zap Cannon back. We do get the debuff and we do get a shield, so okay, and they go for the triple axle to get the attack boost right back. So basically just neutralized what we just did. And looks like we are trying to get to another move right there. Unfortunately, we get countered down. So Hitmontop is probably running the triple axle with probably like a stone edge these days. Here they decided to switch out, and we are going to counter swap into our Shadow Swampert here. We do have the potential super effective Earthquake coming in, but we're going to go for the Hydro Bait. We do get the shield, which is great, because now we can throw this Earthquake and take out this Lantern. This Earthquake here will be enough to take it out because the extra must shots we've been doing. So there you go. And then we're trying to switch out immediately there. We couldn't switch out, but we are able to throw this Liquidation that we had banked, and now it's just a matter of what's in the back. And looks like this Diggersby here, depending on what it's running, okay, could we survive this right here? It is the Fire Punch. We are taking neutral damage, so this is the Diggersby that is only running Fire Punch and probably Scorching Sand right here, which allows us to get to another Liquidation. So GG's to our opponent right there. They actually had a pretty interesting team running that Hitmontop, Diggersby, and that Lantern. So next game here, we're gonna have the Golisopod versus the Clefable. Kind of a interesting situation for us. We decided to immediately switch out to just see what they have in the back. And plus, we knew that Registeel is our safe switch here, and usually we can get one shield. Our opponent throws the Shadow Ball. We do shield that, and now this pretty much guarantees that we're going to get one shield back here. So that was an even trade. And now that they revealed that they have the Shadow Ball, we don't have to shield this one. We don't have to worry about a potential Focus Blast here. So we decided to let that one go. Another Zap Cannon coming in. This Zap Cannon potentially will KO the Hypno, so we do flip the switch here. Trying our best to get to a Zap Cannon. We resist all of the moves. Let's see, we do survive. We do survive the Meteor Mash right there, which is fantastic. Here we go for the Zap Cannon. The Zap Cannon will do a big chunk, but they decide to shield actually, and we get the attack debuff. So here, because of the attack debuff, we're probably not going to shield here, even if it's a Moon Blast. Looks like we survived that. And here we're just going to overfarm, one shield overfarm, and hope for the best, because we are going to be throwing this Hydro Cannon here. Will this Hydro Cannon take it out? Perfect. And lucky for us, we do have enough energy to throw at this Steelix. Our opponent ends up trying to just get to a big charge wound there, but looks like we are able to just farm it down because of its shadow form. So GG's to our opponent right there. Nice little win. Being able to recognize that we had to switch out into that Registeel to kind of just get a little bit of energy advantage was key right there. So here, once again, we're going to switch into a Regi, a Shadow Scyther here. Interesting enough. They actually had the Trailblaze, which attacks their increases their attack, but then they decided to switch out to or debuff themselves or reset their buff. So that was interesting. This Steelix is actually running Psychic Fangs, so the Psychic Fangs will not hurt that much. We go for the Focus Blast. We try to undercharge here because we recognize that it was a Shadow Steelix. So we do try to get a little bit of extra energy off of this Steelix, which indeed is what happens. And they actually reveal that they have the Lantern. This Lantern right here is able to get to the Surf So we have to shield right there just to get the zap cannon off. And then we make that trade, and then we immediately switch out. We know that we can tank one surf, so we're going to let that surf go through, and then we're going to throw our move. Right now that they have, we tried to bait right there, they made a great call. Here, we're going to go for another Hydro Cannon. This Hydro Cannon is not going to be enough to take it out, unfortunately, so that was a little bit of a advantage for them. Because they have the Shadow Scyther, they're taking huge fast moves, Shadow Claws. We decided to shield right there because we know that we're going to eventually get one shield back. And then we're going to just try to race them to the next move. This Liquidation, luckily, because of his Shadow form, should be able to take it out. Let's see. Perfect. And now we're just going to farm down that Lantern. So GG's to our opponent right there. Running a pretty spicy team. The Shadow Scyther and the Lantern, interesting combo, to be honest. With that Steelix, almost a full Shadow team, except for that Lantern being their big tank. So once again, we see the Lantern. We have to switch out. We don't want to see this Lantern against the Golisopod here. We know that this Surf here doesn't KO, so we're gonna... Oh, nice catch by our opponent right there. This Zap Cannon is resisted, but also we don't even get the debuff, so a little bit of unluckiness right there, forcing us to get to another Focus Blaster. That Focus Blast, did about 30%, something like that. Either way, we needed probably a couple moves. This Nidoqueen has Earthquake. So interesting enough, this Nidoqueen running some huge charge moves, even though Earthquake got kind of a debuff this season. So we're just going to farm this down. We decided to just immediately switch out, and it looks like our opponent is going to counter swap into their Lantern here. So they're in a better situation than us right now. They got their Lantern back onto the Golisopod matchup. We decided to shield here just because we wanted to get chip damage. The whole idea right now is to get this Lantern low enough so that we could potentially farm down with the Swampert. And our opponent goes for another Surf, which is reasonable. Here, we're going to throw a Hydro right before they get to a move. Our opponent shields it, interesting enough. So we have to shield here, and we just got to hope we farm it down at this point. So, they actually end up switching out, but we are at an Earthquake here. Will this Earthquake KO the Venusaur? Yes! GG's to our opponent right there. Somehow, some way, we were able to figure out that situation and get that huge Earthquake to take out that Venusaur. That, I'm not going to lie, was quite satisfying. We had to do everything perfectly, and I guess they didn't want us to farm it down, so they just decided to switch out. But we had so much energy on that Shadow Swampert that it actually came in clutch. Here we have the Alolan Sandslasher, Shadow one, to be exact. Kind of a little bit of a core breaker, to be honest. Mainly with the Registeel and the Golisopod. So we're going to play this out. We are at least doing neutral Shadow Claws. Our opponent ends up throwing the Ice Punch right there. Catches a Liquidation. This Liquidation does a pretty good amount of damage for it only being neutral. We did get the debuff, and here we decided to switch into the Regi to basically either use it as a extra shield or to take out this Sableye. So we go up to 100 energy, we throw the undercharged Focus Blast. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get any more farm from it, so we're going to try to get to another Focus Blast right here. Perfect. We are able to get to this Focus Blast, which is going to get us a shield, or it's going to get the KO. It gets the shield, and then we're going to combo play into our Golisopod, which has a Liquidation. Will it be enough? Yes. So GG's right there. We are met with the Azumarill. This Azumarill is going to resist all of our Golisopod moves. So we're going to basically find out what moveset this Azumarill has. Let us know in the comments, what do you think this moveset is? So luckily we have a shield, so we can feel confident that we're going to shield this first one. They reveal that they have Ice Beam. So most likely running the Ice Beam and Play Rough. And so we got to be aware of that. We do a huge Earthquake, almost takes it out, and we catch this move right here. So ideal play to finish out this game here. GG's to our opponent. Let us know about this team. Is it a good or is it bad? And let us know if you enjoyed the video.